Welcome to Merida. This is the safest state in all Mexico. We recommend you to come and visit. Here we got cenotes, we got pyramids, and also the city is really nice and safe. And also there's places you can visit for free, like museum that is behind me. We got the most ancient church here in all Merida that is next to me that way.
We're voyaging downtown in the center again, where all the museums are. As you can see, the architecture here is just beautiful. For the most part, everything is open down here. All the shops and the museums. I was surprised. I came down here just to see what might be all open, and everything's open. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I thought there'd be a lot more tourists around. There's really not. A lot of European tourists. Should probably have my mask on. A lot of European tourists, but not a lot of Americans. I haven't seen too many Americans here. Every single place that I wanted to visit as like to photograph the architecture, the museum's open. Everything is open. Hand sanitizer and things like that are a must, but temperature checks. The only thing they really tell you is no flash photography. From one city block to the next, it has such a diverse architecture here. From the Spanish colonial to like the ancient Mayan. Just the flavors of everything kind of all mixed together here. It's unbelievable. I know I kind of keep bringing this up when I talk about it, but the flavor of Mexico is kind of shown through Merida here. Merida is a relatively medium-sized city, I guess. Like 800,000 people, I think. But it's very rich in Mayan culture. And it shows through everywhere. I'm so glad I decided to visit this city. I kind of did so on a whim. We're deciding where to leave from Cancun. Obviously there's so many beautiful places in Mexico to see, but I'm so glad I chose Merida. I talked in other videos about how it's one of the safest cities in Mexico. But not only do I feel safe here, it's just rich in culture and not busy whatsoever. There's so many things to see here. It's really opened up for the tourists. Even on these like back alleyway type streets, there's so much character. It's just the color and the texture of all these buildings. It's beautiful. And every one is so different. Like you can see, look at every one is a different color. It's almost like they want a melting pot of flavor here. I can't stress it enough how beautiful the architecture is and how kind of old and out of date it is, but I think the patina adds to how awesome it actually is here just to walk the streets and enjoy the city. And this is downtown. Normally downtown districts are more fixed up, and they are, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of beautiful fixed up buildings down here, but they've kind of kept it traditional. Getting set for Christmas. I imagine this thing's just gonna look beautiful at nighttime. The whole city center square down here, they're putting lights up today, and they're getting prepared for some sort of Christmas celebration. I think it would be down here. It's kind of blocked off right now. There's no traffic. You can see they can park down here, but it looks like it's going to be quite the celebration down here for Christmas. And since I'm going to be here for Christmas, I might come down and visit this. Oh, yeah, that Christmas tree looks beautiful. So if you're looking to do something, this is right downtown Merida. Definitely worth something to check out if you're around in Christmas time, whether it's this year or any other year. It's right downtown. It looks like this tree is something that they put here every year. So like I said, it looks like it, for the most part, it's for foot traffic. And then there's just cafes lined up and down the street here, restaurants. As the day goes on, it's not as busy, which is surprising because it's starting to finally get cooler. It was really hot out today. Like 90 degrees with humidity, and so just walking around, you can see right now I'm in the shade, but within 1 second here it's gonna be, man, that sun is just brutal. So go for the shade. I'm gonna cross the street here, but just the colors on the building and everything looks beautiful. Small little shops, so there's definitely you don't have to visit the huge chains like Burger King or Starbucks or McDonald's. There's something for everyone on each corner, and now we're starting to get into the busier part of the neighborhoods. Stop in for a cerveza. Down here a little bit. There I go. It doesn't really matter where you go because it's beautiful. The sun's out. Just kind of walking around looking at different shops. And yeah, that's about it. So starting to get more people around. We get closer to the Grand Plaza, as they call it, where all the real touristy zones are, where you get your picture taken in front of the Merida sign. You know, like the famous buildings are. But the museums and everything else are kind of on the outside of the city. Not the outside of the city, outside of the downtown center. And I mean outside, it's maybe like a 1.5 mile walk from like the Grand Plaza, or the Plaza Grande as they call it. So it's not that bad, but if you really want to check out the city center and experience everything for what it is, you're going to do a lot of walking. And I think if you're taking a trip to visit another country, you're prepared to do a lot of walking anyway. But so you'll go through a stretch of finding things where it's like only 3 or 4 museums will be all next to each other, and you can just hit them, bop, bop, bop. And the next one's going to be like 2 miles away or a mile away, and then you got to take a walk, but then you're kind of closer to some things that you want to check out anyway. And you get to meet a lot of friendly people along the way as well. A lot of people ask me if I'm German. I don't know, for whatever reason they think I'm German because I'm tall, I guess. And nobody has ever guessed the United States yet. All German. They think I'm from a European, specifically Germany. So it's kind of funny listening to people all tell me I'm from Germany, say, "Hey, German," and I'm like, "No, American." But it's fun. They're friendly, and everybody's always asking, "Where are you from?" Especially now, there's not too many, like I was saying before, there's a lot of Europeans, but not that many tourists in general. A lot of Mexicans just kind of visiting Merida. Granted, it's on a Wednesday, so the day before Thanksgiving, so I was expecting a little bit more for tourism here, but it's good.